Chachalona Hotia Dididen. Good morning, everyone on the YouTube channel of Native Child and Family Services. We welcome you this morning to Wisdom Wednesday, and very happy to be here with you again this morning. I checked our moon cycles, and it seems as if we just finished coming out of our new moon for January 11th, and tomorrow is our full moon. And that's going to be a little bit about our topic today, is talking a little bit about the full moon and the moons in general. But before we do that, please bear with me and share with me also some words of gratitude this morning. So I just want to say, Chachalona Hotia Adigadanatia, Zimita Kalma Ushe, Saskia Ushe, Nehio Ushe. Good morning to you, great mystery, great power up above. It's that little bird come to talk to you again from the Tahltan Nehio Nation, Crow Clan, on this beautiful Wisdom Wednesday morning, in the middle of winter, 56 days until springtime. We're very grateful for that understanding that the new year is coming through the springtime, and we're grateful for that. We're also grateful this morning, great mystery, for the grandfather sun and the way in which the grandfather sun shines on us every day and provides for us that fire of life that's burning in us and burning in our mother, the earth. We're grateful also to the grandmother moon for the way in which she governs all the waters of the earth and how she manages to guide and protect all of the female life, especially the newborns that are coming, those ones that are yet to be born. We're grateful for them. We're grateful also for the water in our bodies. We're grateful to the Mother Earth for all that she does for us each and every day, all the medicines she provides for us, the food medicines, the medicines that we use to keep our body, mind, emotions, and spirit in balance, and also for the medicine of and nourishment of the whole of our relations and how she takes care of each one of them as well. We're grateful to you for that, Mother. We are also very grateful to the four winds at this time that carry up our prayers of gratitude this morning. We're grateful to the northern lights and to the four sacred thunderbirds of the four directions. And we give our greetings and gratitude also to the star nations and also to all of our relations upon this Mother Earth, the ones that crawl on the earth and under the earth, the ones that live in the waters, the ones that walk on four legs and the ones that walk on two legs, and also those ones that we call the standing ones that make oxygen for us, and the ones that we call the rock people who hold our history and language. We're grateful and say good morning to each and every one of you. We also give our gratitude and greeting this morning to our ancestors, especially now, because at this time of the year, they are the closest to us as they dance with the northern lights. We're grateful to see you, to see evidence of you, and we're grateful for all the sacrifices that you made while you were amongst us. We are also grateful for all the old ones that still remember all the ceremonies and prayers and all of the ceremonial time frames of our indigenous way of seeing things. We're grateful to you for keeping all of those times and all of those cycles in mind as you offer up prayers for us each and every day. We're also, most of all, very grateful for our children, for our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren, and our nieces and nephews. And we ask you, great mystery, to continue to guide our minds, hearts, and spirits so that we might be good examples to the young ones that are coming up after us and those that are yet to be born. Please help us to show kindness, compassion, humility, truth, understanding, love, and sharing, and all of those good values that we hold so dear. We ask you to help us be better at each and every one of them so that we can be good role models and examples to the children. All these things we ask you in a good, kind, gentle way, And in doing so, we also remember all of our relations who are homeless, who might be experiencing illness, who are incarcerated, who live in fear and violence, who are wondering where they're going to get their next meal. Uh, all of those ones, all those relations that are out there in the cold, we ask you to take pity on them and prepare a way for them. Find a way that they might connect with some supports and some way to assist them with balancing their mental health issues, their incarceration issues, their illnesses, the imbalances that they're experiencing in their life. And most of all, um, ask you to send through the vibrations of the earth our love to each and every one of them. All these things we say to you in a good, kind, gentle way and say, made it choke, made it choke, made it choke, made it choke. Big thank you, all my relations. Thank you for your patience, everyone, in the words of gratitude. They're very important words to share with each other. They remind us of our responsibility as human beings walking upon this earth and remind us of our blessings also. And so I'm grateful that you're patient with me around that. Today, I want to talk a little bit about the moons. In the indigenous world, the cycles of life, or the cycles and of the seasons and movements of life, are all measured against the 13 grandmother moons, and therefore that implies that it moves around the cycles of the feminine. And so I want to talk a little bit about that today and remind everybody that we just came through a new moon. That means that the moon is getting ready to be full, and a new cycle is begun. It is also a time when our grandmother shows us the intimate cycles that she has with all female life upon this Mother Earth, and how important it is for us to pay attention to those seasons and cycles. One of the most important things about this time of year is that we've just come out of the new moon. It's called Spirit Moon that we're moving to, and that Spirit Moon will be full tomorrow on January 25th. And she's going to show us her full face. And if we're lucky, we'll get to see the Northern Lights along with her, which is a reminder that our ancestors are still with us, that they are showing evidence that they are looking after us and sharing this beautiful life with us from over there in spirit world. And it's also a time when we can talk to our grandmother, the moon, about all of the transitions that we're going through at this time, that are coming to full full knowledge at this time. That new moon has moved things in us, consciously or unconsciously, and allowed us to create a pathway of understanding ourselves in a deeper way. And that transition is represented by that full moon showing all of her light upon the doings or the activities of the female cycles. And these female cycles are extremely important because they inform all of life, of the steps and the transitions that we go through in this human experience. And so that's why it's so very important to acknowledge the moons, to celebrate them, to pay attention to them. This particular moon, the Spirit Moon, is a time of when we're most quiet throughout the seasons. It's a time when we are meant to be listening to our ancestors, listening to the cycles that are moving within us, each of us. And these teachings, by the way, are for all Indigenous people. They're for all the genders as well. They're not um, just for women. They are for all the genders to help us understand how we function in this world. How do we respond? How are we growing? How are we changing? How are we understanding ourselves? And that is probably the most important teachings of the full moon because she helps us to look at who we are. And there are special ceremonies that we do as Indigenous people, both men and women do, and all genders do, in terms of the men in our communities. This is the time when they crawl in the sweat lodge. This is the time when they go in to renew their commitment to their walk of life. And this is also a time when women gather to acknowledge the moon and most of all to pray for the water and to help uplift each other through this time, especially this winter time. Winter time can be very difficult and very isolating. And so we have to really be mindful of that and in our silence, seek ways to connect with all of the movements and transitions that we're making towards that new year and the springtime moon that's coming. And with that, I just wanted to share a little bit about that and how it's important at this time to also remember to pay attention to the purification of oneself and one's environment. That's also this time of the year, it's the spirit moon in which we look to purification within our environment and our home. So with that, I hope that I was able to be clear enough and share a little bit about the cycles of the moon that is so important to Indigenous worldview and understanding, and is another way in which we stay connected to all of creation. So with that, I hope that you have a very, very beautiful day today and that you take a moment to take a look at what you may have consciously or unconsciously put into motion for this particular full moon that's coming tomorrow, and to give gratitude for it. Because any movement forward, any growth is a great blessing within itself. So with that, I say, have a beautiful Wednesday, and we'll see you next week. Enjoy yourself.